Are you listening? Damn. Uh, yeah. Uh, yeah. Uh, yeah. Uh.
Hey, hey. Turn all this down. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture. See how those incidents may or may not affect our daily lives. Listen, last night I had updated you all to let you all know that news had dropped that Jay-Z had been added to the lawsuit that was filed back in October with Sean Combs. I do have the lawsuit. I am not going to read all of it because there's so much other stuff, other news beyond this that I wanted to go over. So I didn't want to spend that much time reading that the entire lawsuit. So let's get into what we got, y'all. It's a lot. It's a lot. All right, housekeeping. Please like this video, and if you like this video, please share this video. Uh, and if you excuse me, please subscribe. Once you subscribe, you'll be open to a plethora of movies and television series that I have reviewed. All right. First of all, let's get into what we know so far. I had to figure out which one I had over here. Was it this one? No, I think it was this one. All right. This is my segment of celebrity lawsuits, and this is from Jane Doe versus Sean Combs. Let's see. We've got everything queued up where we want it to be queued up. I do want to go over, let's see, share screen. All right, let's see if we can make this a little bigger. So this was the lawsuit. I don't have the amended one, but this was the lawsuit that was filed back in October. And as you see, I have highlighted up at the top, it says Sean Combs. And it also says here individuals, does 1 through 10. So Jay-Z falls in one of the individual 1 through 10. We're going to go over the highlighted portions of this lawsuit, okay? So it says here the introduction, it said defendant Combs apparently essayed a girl at a 13-year-old girl at a house party. Many others were present but did nothing to stop it. Some participated in it. Combs has been allowed for years to conduct himself in this manner. So let's hope we can get this. All right. And so all of these things go over who some of the defendants are. It says here members and his associates of the Combs businesses engaged in or attempted to engage in among activities as trafficking, forced labor, interstate transportation for the purposes of the prostitution, coercion, enticement to engage in the prostitution, narcotics offenses, kidnap, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. And so it goes on here about just a history of saying for years Combs has had a history of this, and pretty much the first few pages of the lawsuit from the Busby law firm in Houston pretty much says the same thing. We just need to get down to the nitty gritty of what the facts of the case are going to be. But it just basically says the thing that he has been accused of doing this for years, whether people were whispering about it or anything like that. He has been accused. Now, I did highlight through here the number of at the filing of this, the Busby law firm didn't talk about the ones that they have added, particularly on this particular lawsuit, but they talk about the one filed by Cassie, Joy Dixon Neal, Lisa Gardner, an anonymous plaintiff, Rodney Littlerod, Crystal McKinney, and April Lamprost, Audria English, Don Angelique Richard. And so they also talk about him being arrested for the SA trafficking, and he's currently in a Manhattan jail awaiting trial. He has been turned down, as far as I can remember, 3 times for bail, so he's not getting out anytime soon, at least on bail. So, and it says here the party said this particular plaintiff lives in Alabama, resides in Alabama, which is interesting. So she must have resided in New York at the time of 2000, so she does not reside there now. Let's see. It says defendants individuals 1 through 10 are currently unknown celebrities. Now, at the time when I picked this up, the celebrities were unknown, and I guess when they know the celebrities, they will amend the lawsuit to say the celebrities' names. So it says here, defendants individual those 1 through 10 are currently unknown celebrities and or persons of interest who enable or conspired with the commission of the conduct complained of herein. So as soon as they know them, they're going to add them. And I'm quite sure that has been updated today. I just don't have it right now. I'm going to have to go back and look it up. But we know that this is the particular lawsuit that was filed back in October. So let's get to the factual allegations really, really quick. It says here, on or around September 7, 2000, plaintiff, then 13, had a friend drop her off at Radio City Music Hall in New York City so she could try to attend the Video Music Awards. Plaintiff arrived at the venue and saw large crowds gathering as artists and entertainers began arriving. Oh, hold on, y'all. All right. As the event began, the crowd moved inside, but plaintiff without a ticket remained outside. Determined to get into an after party, she approached several limousine drivers attempting to talk her way into the VMAs. One of the limousine drivers, and again, this is where you have bad conduct, bad acts by employees of Sean Diddy Combs. She spoke to claim to work for defendant Combs. He told her that Combs liked younger girls, and she said she fits what Combs was looking for. And not allowing her into the awards, but inviting her to the after party. The driver instructed plaintiff to return around 9:30 or 10 p.m., promising to take her to the party. Later that evening, plaintiff excitedly returned to the driver, who drove her alone in a black limousine with black interior. After approximately 20 minutes, plaintiff arrived at a large white house with a gated U-shaped driveway. Once inside, 2 men asked plaintiff to sign a non-disclosure agreement, informing her that she could not discuss what happened at the party. She gave them her name and signed the form, but did not receive a copy. Inside the house, plaintiff recognized many celebrities in what appeared to be a living room. I don't know if at being 13 at the time, was that a binding legal document for her? I don't think so. Waitstaff carried trays of drinks and loud music played throughout the house. Plaintiff observed widespread drug use, including the Mary Jane and the cocaine. Plaintiff accepted a drink, a reddish yellow mixture that tasted like orange juice, cranberry juice, and something bitter. After drinking just one drink, plaintiff began to feel woozy and lightheaded, making her need to lie down. A photograph of an actual exemplary container used by Combs and his or agents to insert the GHB into alcohol drink is seen. Behold, so there's some kind of little. It's not an ampule, but it's like a little white plastic container. Looking for a place to rest, plaintiff entered what she believed to be an empty bedroom so she could lie down for a moment. She did not lock the door. Soon after, Combs, along with a male and female celebrity, entered the room. Combs aggressively approached plaintiff with a crazed look in his eyes, grabbed her and said, "You are ready to party." Combs then threw plaintiff toward another male celebrity, Celebrity A, who removed plaintiff's clothes as she grew more and more disoriented. Okay, so this is Celebrity A is supposed to be Jay-Z. Plaintiff was held down by Celebrity A, who vaginally arred her, while Combs and Celebrity B, a female, watched. After the male celebrity finished, Combs then arred her, while Celebrity A and Celebrity B watched. Says Combs attempted to force plaintiff to perform oral on him, but she resisted. By hitting Combs in the neck, he stopped. Plaintiff grabbed her clothes and shoes and left the bedroom, roaming naked through the house looking for the exit as the party continued. Once outside, she put her clothes on and left the scene in the dark. Eventually, she reached a gas station. A female clerk noticed her distress and allowed her to use the phone. Plaintiff called her father, admitted that she had lied about her whereabouts, and asked him to pick her up. After the assault, plaintiff fell into a deep depression, which continues to affect her everyday life. Y'all, that was a lot. Hey, Blue. Well, we're gonna get into it because there's a lot of stuff going on in regards to that. It's a lot of stuff going on because I read that and I wanted to go over what Jay-Z said. So let's do that while we're here. Let me see, because I know he led a statement. So we have a statement from Jay-Z, and we will read that. Hold on. Y'all hit that like button. And please share this video if you care. Let me make sure that my voice is traveling. So much stuff going on. I can't find half my stuff. Give me one moment, y'all. All right, here we go. Let me read this statement. I was just trying to find a clearer picture of it. I hate when my stuff I have everything set up, but it just will not download right. Everything's running slow today. Excuse me. What is going on? All right, here we go. My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations. allegations, and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. Now, this is a statement from Jay-Z from the Rock Nation IG account. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So now I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? Oh, excuse me. These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. Let's continue. This lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these types of theatrics. I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby, but I promise you, I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. But Jay-Z is going off. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends would surely see this press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at a young age. It is unfair to have uh, to try to understand the inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. My heart and support goes out to the true victims in the world who have had to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. Well, I'll be dog. You have made a terrible error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities are the same. I am not from your world. I am a young man who made it out of the projects in Brooklyn. We do not play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honors, and we protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake psychics, who believe the idiotic claims you have leveled against me, if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. So that is a statement by Jay-Z. So all of this is just something. This is okay. You can definitely come in. Let me get you the link over in child. Child. Let me hold on, y'all. I'm gonna send Blue the link, and so he could come up. We could talk about this. All right, I sent you the link in Twitter X. So let me continue. So we do have Mr. Busby now. According to Mr. Busby, uh, Jay Z and his attorneys, because apparently Jay Z and Sean Combs have the same attorney. So apparently, this is what Tony Busby wrote on his Instagram page. He has his picture where he was a platoon commander for Marine, and it says here, recognize this guy. This is a picture of the weapons platoon commander, Alpha Company, 1st Battalion, 4th Marines, from our old Western Pacific cruise book. Despite a coordinated and aggressive effort that is including harassing my kids, contacting my clients and former clients to encourage them to sue me, contacting my colleagues or former employees asking if I've abused them, showing up at my current employee's home to harass them, filing frivolous cases against me and my law firm, defaming me with outrageous assertions to anyone who would listen, and having mysterious people follow me and my family. I'm still that guy. I won't be bullied or intimidated. People will see through this effort to discredit me and my clients, and the truth will be revealed. I also won't allow anyone to scare my clients into silence. He says, sunlight is the best disinfectant, and I am quite certain the sun is coming. So there is some back and forth between Tony Busby's law firm, Jay-Z's law firm. You just heard me read Jay-Z's statement out into the public about this. And here's the thing, because a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people go over. There are some of the pundits are saying that they didn't think that Jay-Z should have made a statement. Some pundits are saying they feel like it's a shakedown. Some pundits are saying well, Beyonce had to know something. But here is my thing about birds of a feather flock together, and when you know better, you fly right or fly left, fly right. See, the thing that gets him in a lot of trouble is because he has been known to be around younger folks. Because let's be clear and let's not be obtuse. The rumor has been that he has been dating Beyonce since she was 16, 17 years old, and he was in his 30s. Now, I don't know what the laws are, but I'm just saying, where there is and the ages of how old you can date somebody, what's the youngest that somebody can be dated. I don't know what that is in New York, in Texas, in Georgia, or wherever the places that in Los Angeles, wherever they have been seen to be. I do not know, but that comes from birds of a feather. You also have to remember, again, your best friend at the time was dating Aaliyah. You wanted to date Aaliyah from Rumor Mill. Now, let's see, what's homegirl's name? So there's old Mr. Busby, and he's got a whole 1-800 number out here. But baby, this one right here. Now, she concerns me as well, simply because she concerns me is because you know a lot of stuff. You know a lot of stuff. And to me, there's only one way you know about this stuff if you've been around a lot of this stuff. And this is where it comes, where people in their silence is always bothersome to me. And then when things get to rolling, now all of a sudden you remember all of these different things. Now, please do not get me wrong. I have seen Jaguar Wright on these interwebs for a while. I have seen her on these interwebs for a while, and she has said a whole bunch of stuff. But again, I have issues and problems with you having all of this type of information, and you haven't given any information to who you need to give it to. Hey there, Blue.
What's up, Miss Pam? How you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just going over this stuff. Tell me what you got. Tell me what you're thinking.
I just think it's a shakedown. The dude, Bugsby, the lawyer, real, he's known for being a sleazeball. And I'm not saying, I don't want to say this without giving credence to victims out there. I think it's real victims out there, and I do think it's some things that could be happening. But in this particular case, it just seems like a shakedown to me. She's 13. We heard, the statement that Bugs. Well, first and foremost, this is we don't know the victim's name, and I don't like not knowing the victim's name. I know some people say, "Oh no, we don't have to know the victim's name." If she was 13 in 2000, she'll be 34 now. I want to say something like that. 37. She'll be 37 years old. I would like to know the victim's name. I want to know. I would like the victim to put a name on her bullet. If we're throwing out these allegations, right? I need people to put their name on stuff now. And I know victims have a hard time or they get shamed and things like that, but these are real career ending, marriage ending, just the downfall of a person. I would like to know who my accuser is. I don't like that. But 13, we heard her story. She calls her dad at the end of the evening or whatever happened. the dad didn't press charges.
Well,
That's what stuck with me. Like, look, I got a daughter. If my daughter would have snuck out at 13 and went to a party and called me saying, "Hey, come pick me up," and it looked like she was assaulted, we're not going nowhere. I'm finna burn this building down. You see what I'm saying?
And I hear you. There is a lot for me. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of different stuff. Did you take your daughter to the hospital, or did you take her home, or did you chastise her for being where you believe that she lying to you? Because I'm still trying to figure out. And again, I don't want anybody to mishear me when I say this, but to be 13, to do those things by yourself at 13 is a shock for me. Who was the friend that just dropped you off?
Me too.
Because I mean,
me too.
I don't know how they get down in New York or anything like that. I'm just telling you, I don't know. But me at 13, there's just no way. Even if I had, as Claire Huxtable said, went down to the Baltimore with the wretched, it would have been a group. It would have been a group of us trying to get in or anything like that. So I'm just curious about all of those things. So we're going to see, like I said, I read the stuff. They've amended the lawsuit with his name in here. But I'm curious, now that you've named all these people, you've named him, who's these other people? Because at one point it was saying that she knew all the celebrities. She knew most of the celebrity was there. So you know who Celebrity B is, who the woman is. Why has she not been named? So You've named two people. Why have you not named all the people? You said that these are the people. Why haven't all the people been named? So this is just one of those things. It's a lot. This is affecting his whole family because he is, let's see. This is affecting his family because, he's married to Beyonce. And I've also read in a statement where he's had to talk to his wife and his children about it. He claims that it's untrue. But what I was saying earlier is this is where birds of a feather get you caught up, because we do know that he was hanging with Diddy. We also know, I don't know if he was hanging with him like that, but we do know that there was either a business relationship or some type of relationship with R. Kelly. We also know that, I don't know if this is rumor, that he was trying to date Aaliyah, but his best friend was the one that was able to date Aaliyah. We do know that surrounding Jay-Z, not saying that he did anything, but we do know surrounding him was some stuff. So
right, optically, like I said, I'm not absolving Jay-Z from anything. You know what I'm saying? This is not to absolve Jay-Z. It very well could have happened. I'm just only taking at face value what we have, and what we have just doesn't fit right. And I like the statement that Jay-Z put out. Hey, look, why come at me in a civil suit? Let's take this to trial. If I really did something as egregious as that, take me to trial. Get justice. Get real justice. Don't come after my money. Come after, justice. Put me behind bars.
Right. Oh, exactly. Because I'm curious, because even with the statute that Cassie was able to sue under, wasn't New York going back, or isn't the statutes of limitations? Isn't the statutes of limitations for stuff like this different for children? Because I thought that there was, and I have to go back and look for New York. So if you all are out there and lawyer people, is the statutes of limitations for New York State different? Because I made the assumption, I'm not sure, but wasn't that they could go if the incident happened when the person was a minor, that there was no
statute of limitations.
Yeah, I'm not saying that there was no statute of limitations, but it was extended. So it seems like I don't know, because I think it was maybe like 5 or 6 years, and maybe 15 years.
I don't know. He still practices law. He practices law in Texas, though, right? I think he ran for mayor of Galveston or something like that. Like, from what I understand, and I'm not finna spit all this stuff out to make it seem like he's a bad dude, but nobody vouches for this lawyer, Bigsby. Everybody says that he's a sleazeball. Everybody says that he's a shakedown expert. Everybody, all colleagues.
Oh,
You know what I'm
wow.
saying? So it's not me. I'm not just saying this to take up. I'm not trying to take up for Jay-Z. I would want if I'm the 13-year-old or her father, I would want justice.
Right.
I want justice because we can always, after I get justice, I can come back and get the money. I can come back and get the money. But I
Right.
want let me get the justice first, and then I can sue civilly. Just like with OJ, even though they lost
The
the
criminal.
criminal case, but they won the civil case.
Right.
So that's what I would want. I would want justice. I wouldn't just want the money or just because with this could be a settlement. He could be like, you know what, how much I want, and this all go away. You know what I'm saying? He could easily do that. No trial, no nothing comes out. It'll just be the accusation of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think what we're seeing right now in this whole Diddy case is a lot of people looking for paydays. Am I on the end of do I think Diddy did something? Yeah, I think Diddy did something. I think he was involved in some egregious stuff. But that doesn't mean that everybody should come with their hand out saying, "Oh, I was at a Diddy party and now I don't know, that drink did feel a little woozy." Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of weird to me. Even her story, like you said, she gets dropped off by this friend. So the friend didn't come in with her. The friend just dropped her off. 13. So that means her friend had to be of driving age. I'm assuming. You never know. I'm assuming. So at least 15, 16 years old, 17 at the best, right?
Right.
Dropped her off at this industry party with all these grown people. She talks to the limo driver. The limo driver said, "Oh yeah, on some sleazeball shit. Yeah, you're just Diddy's type. Come on, we'll get you in." Like this sounds like it's straight out of a movie or a comic book or something. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
She gets in. Go ahead, Pam.
I was just saying, just the way that it moves. Because now that you said that, who is dropping her off?
I would like to hear this person. I would like to hear the person who dropped her off testimony.
Because I'm thinking about living. When I lived in New Jersey, we took the bus everywhere. We had a bus pass, and we took the bus everywhere. So I'm just like, who had the ability to drop you off at Radio City Music Hall during the VMAs when that place is supposed to be secure? They're just not letting any car go through. You see what I'm saying? Too. There's limos and stuff like that. I'm just trying to think. They're just not letting anybody go through. So I'm confused. And
like I said, not saying that stuff like that don't happen, but this supposedly was an industry party. This wasn't a Diddy party. This was supposedly a VMA sanctioned party, correct?
Correct. This was that was where she went was a Diddy party. But what I'm saying is she got dropped off at Radio City Music Hall. Now, according to this, she didn't get dropped off at the Diddy party. She was at the Radio City Music Hall, and she was able to weave. She couldn't go in because she didn't have a ticket, but she was able to weave her way around through the different limo drivers.
And then the limo driver took her to a Diddy party.
Correct.
How does Jay-Z get it? Because around this time, Jay-Z just stabbed Rivera and was on trial for that. So he's going to involve himself into with a 13-year-old girl. I'm just thinking of that time. I was outside during this time. I was up and about. My mind was, I was a teenager. I know what was going on with Jay-Z at this time. Mm-hmm. And he was on trial, or the court case with was going on where he stabbed Rivera.
Okay.
So I'm like, is Jay-Z is he just that reckless, right? Is he just that reckless? I'm gonna stab somebody, go on trial for that. I'm gonna go get with a 13-year-old little girl, because dating somebody underage, that's one thing. But getting with a 13, you know what I'm saying, like dating Aaliyah, dating Beyonce, yes, it's frowned upon, but look, let's not act like our grandparents, that age difference ain't there with some of our grandparents, right? Let's not act like it ain't there. You know what I'm saying? But
I
the
got a
13.
question for you. I got a
Oh
question
yeah, go
for
ahead.
you. Because
Okay.
I got the 2000 VMA, whatever. But wasn't that also during the time? Was it the VMAs or some kind of award show where Puffy was supposed to or Shine was supposed to have pew pewed somebody too?
Was that the same year?
I'm asking because I don't remember if it was because I remember he was still with J Lo. You know that's when
Yep, he was with J Lo. That's another thing. He's with. I don't know. I mean, I'm not in the head of these grown men at this time. You know, I don't know if J Lo is just letting Diddy bring a 13-year-old in. You know what I'm saying? Other girls, yes. A 13-year-old girl, I don't know if J Lo would be complicit in that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if she's just letting Diddy run off to go do that and then run back to her. Like it's a lot of moving parts in this. You get what I'm saying?
a lot of moving parts. A lot of moving parts. Let me see if I can just show. This is what. Oh, let me see where I'm at, Pamela. I'm doing too much.
It's just the story. I just don't like how the story that was laid out just don't
Yeah,
jive in my mind.
this is what he looked like at the this is what he looked like, y'all, at the 2000 VMAs. And so let me look up real quickly.
When did he get? Well, he didn't get with Beyonce until what, like 02, 03?
I don't. Well, see, I don't. Well, I don't know. Now the rumor was that he gotten with her when she was like 16, 17, and I don't know how she was in 2000 because I don't know how old she is right now.
2000. She would have been 18.
So
She would have
he
been
was
18
going.
in 2000.
Yeah, he would have. She would have. Let me see. So he was sentenced in 2001. So it happened. It had to have happened in 2000. Let me see.
Talking about the stabbing? Yeah, the stabbing. I know the stabbing was around 2000.
No, I was talking about Shine. You remember
Oh,
when
Shine.
Shine?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, well, this was it says 1999.
The
He
shooting.
was convicted of first degree assault.
Okay, so he wouldn't have been with J Lo then in 2000. She left him after that shooting, like the day of.
Well, then what is this picture? Well, let me go
From
back
what
up.
I remember, I could be wrong, but I thought she left him.
She may have. I just see,
Oh,
I just see VMA 2000, and she's hugged up with them in a white thing. That's why I was like, well, wasn't this during that
mm.
time? Oh, listen, I'm too old. Listen, my memory, all those, the 2000s,
A
everything
lot of
blurs
that,
together for
yeah, a
me.
lot of that run together. A lot of that does run together.
It runs together to me. Things that I thought that happened in 2013 actually happened in 2009. So all
Right. Yeah, a lot of it run together. Them 2000s, them 2000s, early 2000s. Yeah,
Ooh,
that was
that
a
run
time when
together. It was
no
a good
video
time.
evidence, no cell phones, no nothing. Yeah, all that run together.
Yeah, it
Yep.
was because the cell phones and people get so tickled. It was those your cell phones were so expensive. You was paying anywhere from 10 to 25 cents a minute. Who is you
Yeah,
gonna be
just to
calling in?
use it.
Yeah, yeah.
Had to
You
wait
had
till 9. I'll
I
call you at
know.
9, my guy.
Yeah, so that. But anyway, they all blur together to me. But I just wanted to kind of go over. This was the information giving. Jay-Z had a statement where I read the statement. Tony Busby has a statement that I've read because apparently they sent him a letter to try to talk to him or try to get him to settle. And he said Jay-Z said he wasn't going to do that. And I also read the portion of the lawsuit to let people know what this person is. And like you said, at was it I don't know how the feds work it out because this is in federal court. So I don't know how the feds are working out whether or not that the person has to say their name or not for this particular lawsuit, because when it happened, they were
Well, that's what I know. Diddy is I don't want to say suing, but his lawyers are saying, hey, we need to know. We can't even defend ourselves because we don't even know who these people are. And that's another thing. Like, how can I can't say I did or did not do nothing if I don't even know who you know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't know who you are, it's 25 years ago, and you
right.
telling me that it was this girl, and I came in, I might not, you know what I'm saying? Let's say that did happen, and I didn't know she was 13 or whatever, and things happen. I can't even make a defense because I don't even know who you are, or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
What
so
you look like.
what you look like, what's going on, I don't know. This was 25 years ago, and now you're trying to sue me civilly and saying, no, just give us some money and we'll make this. No. Take me to trial. Let's get discovery involved. I want to know who you are.
Exactly.
Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't agree with that. I think I said I have the right to my accuser. If you're accusing me of something, I need to know who you are. Because that means anybody can come out there. Soon as you come, another person come, that person come, some Martian, an alien, a fish come out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, I need to know who you are. I need to know what's going on.
And I mean, even with the lawsuits that are playing with Diddy, there's a lot of people who are trying to be Jane Does and John Does.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So, and like I said, it's a lot. And like you said, optics mean have their own meaning within themselves. And he has a situation where he has been around some stuff. And let me get back to this little person right here. Let me see if I can find her. And this little lady, this lady right here has been talking and running her mouth for forever. Amen. And she worries me too, because I'm like, where you know too much information, and you're spewing out too much information about too many people to make me believe that you were not there. It's one thing to be a whistleblower, but it's another thing to be airing out stuff, and then it's you always kind of have a way of keeping yourself. It's almost like she's the fly on the wall, and she's seeing everything. No,
that's my question when it comes to Jaguar Wright. I don't have nothing against her. I think it's a lot of BS that she. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those. Hearing from the second party, third party, fourth party, and now it gets to her. Now it's like, oh, I know what happened. It's like that. You wasn't. I'm like, you can't be at all of these places. You know what I'm saying? Jaguar Wright, you had your run in that industry circle was not as long as you're trying to make it seem like. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you was there. You sung on Jay-Z's song for his Untitled. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you was there around the roots and things like that, but you wasn't everywhere. Like, she got a Denzel Washington story. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I was staying at this hotel in Hollywood that Denzel comes in. He just comes there when he wants to do his coke and do his drugs. So you just so happen to be at the same hotel that Denzel Washington is, that he comes to so he can do his drugs. And you know this how? Like, was you in the same room while he was there doing this? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just crazy to me. How you get in all of these places? All of these doors just open up for Jaguar Wright. Oh, that's right. Hey, let her in. You know what I'm saying? Sooner or later, it's going to be like, hold on, Jaguar talk too much. I'm not letting her in nowhere. Because she's been talking for at least 10 to 12 years now.
Listen, I remember the very first time I saw, what's that girl's name? The one that Cardi B sued. Tasha K.
Oh, Tasha K? Yeah.
I remember the first time when she first was getting like people to talk to her and stuff like that. I remember Jaguar Wright going on there and talking all of this stuff. So that had to be at the least now, what are we, 7, 8? Because this was even before the pandemic. So it had to be like 7 or 8 years ago, maybe 2015.
Yeah.
Because it was sometime during the time that they were that Tasha K was talking about Steve Harvey. So
it's been about 10 years with Tasha K.
Yeah, it's been about 10 years, maybe 2015, 2016. So it was during that time, and I remember, and I was like, okay, at first I was like, okay, she knows something, and then from that to now, like you said, it's almost every celebrity she's been around that has done something like she's the proverbial fly on the wall. So,
and I'm like, if you know all of these egregious events, why are you not calling the police, lady? Why you not getting the police involved? Kid, oh, it's kids involved. I know it because a friend of mine, we went and helped the kids get out of the. Why you didn't call the police? You knew who it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? What are you talking about?
Because probably somewhere again, and like I said, this is alleged. This is just me talking. Because somewhere in there, you were doing some. There's some because somewhere in there you were doing something illegal, and you don't want to get caught up in your illegalities of what was
Yeah.
going on. That's just the way I see it. You were either you may not have been in the room when all of this had taken place, but you were somewhere around. And the thing about
Yeah.
these parties, and I think the thing that people have to understand, and I've said it before, first there's the party. There's a lot of people that partied with Diddy. Then there was the
Yep.
after party. After the after party is where they was figuring out who was going to be able to go to the hotel lobby.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So there were layers to this. So you have a lot of celebrities that they'll call their names out that went to these parties. I'm quite sure they did because Diddy's parties, his white parties were infamous. Everybody on their grandmama wanted to be at a white party, but it's
Right.
the levels of who was able to go. Now, my understanding is allegedly that it's the those yacht parties is what you didn't want to be on because there's too much water out there, and unless you can swim,
Yeah.
you were got. So I don't know.
I don't know.
It's too
It's a
much.
wild one. It's a wild one. 2020. They trying to end 2024 with this a huge bang. I see.
Well, it's so many implications because right now Jay-Z is fighting for his life because he's the curator of the NFL halftime show.
Yeah, right.
And so if they 86 him from being the curator for the NFL halftime show, what does that have? How does that play with all the stuff that's going on now between Drake and
Okay. I mean, I think Kendrick, he'll do it regardless. You know what I'm saying? They don't need Diddy to set everything up. You know what I'm saying? He's more so like the face. Rock Nation, Rock Nation being, they could easily get somebody else in there. I'm not worried about that. But I do agree with you. I think it's too much money to let Jay-Z go down off of this because we don't have no evidence. This is just he say, she say. It's a Jane Doe. Just everything points to I can spin it to where it's not on Jay-Z and this guy's a sleazeball. And we don't have no real evidence. It was 24 years ago. There's no police report. Where's the girl? Where's the father at? Where's the friend who dropped her off? Where's the limo driver? You know what I'm saying? Like all of these things.
Where's the lady that worked at the convenience store that allowed you to make a telephone
to make
call?
the phone call? Yep, like all of that. So once that, and I think that's why Jay-Z was like, well, let's take it to trial so we can depose these people.
Yeah.
And see what's really going on, because that don't even. Like you said, looking at the VMAs 2000s, I would like to see. I'm pretty sure it's evidence of where Diddy was that night and where Jay-Z was that night.
Right.
If they were together at all, and I don't mean like taking pictures at the red carpet or I'm talking about the after parties.
Exactly.
And then the after parties, the hotel lobbies, like you said, things like that. Did they stay in the same hotel? Were they even in the same area?
And let's be clear, if Beyonce was 18 at the time, he was dating Beyonce at that time. So did he go home?
That's a good question.
And
did he go home with Beyonce?
And wasn't he dating Blue Cantrell at the same time too? I'm sorry, that's gossip, Pam. That's
that's a good. I know Blue Cantrell's brother, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's gossip, Pam. I just remember, like I said, the 2000s, they were wild, going up from the 99 into the 2000s, and there were just rumors about him dating Beyonce, him dating.
Was he with Beyonce down? When did trying to think? When did Beyonce?
Like I said, I'm thinking because it was just rumor. When did they do the Bonnie and Clyde?
That's what I'm trying to think of, because that Bonnie and Clyde would have been on. Was that her album or his album? And that would have been Blueprint too. So that would have been 2002.
Okay. Yeah, because wasn't it called Bonnie and Clyde?
Yeah, it was called Bonnie and Clyde. And then she had her single she had with him was I can't even think of what her first single was, but it was off her first album. It was the first
It
single,
was
and Jay Z was on it.
2003. It was released October 10th, 2002.
So yeah, then I don't think they was dating in 2000.
Okay, so
Or they might have been. They might have been, like I said, the 2000s. We wasn't getting information. You know what I'm saying? The day
yeah, you
of,
weren't
but
gonna
they
get,
could
yeah. See,
they could have been
again, this
dating.
was that time. This was that time where you can literally hide from somebody. You didn't,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And someone with means like that, there may have been paparazzi someplace, but they would have been at the VMAs. They would have seen somebody get into a car with somebody or something like that, and then you drove off. Unless they were following you, like, and because that was during the time too where people had sworn off paparazzi because that's what was her name? Princess
Queen
Diana.
Elizabeth. Diana.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Yeah, Princess
yeah,
Diana.
everybody had a sour taste in their mouth. And I remember what's the lube lady name? See, I'm getting to the point where I'm so old I can just only remember you by the things that you do.
Did you
Halle
say the
Berry.
lube? The lube
Lube.
lady?
Yeah. She's selling lube now.
Yeah, I know. Hey, get it how you live.
Yeah, Halle Berry, she was very big on trying to get lawsuits and getting laws passed about paparazzi and what they can do, because it was all during this time. Again, the 2000s just run so they blur for me, but all of that was happening around that time. But I pulled up some pictures, and if you all are looking on the screen, there's a picture of Diddy and J-Lo together, and it says VMA 2000. So if Shine had been convicted back in 99, I thought those two had
I thought they had broke up, but maybe I could
did
be wrong.
too. But they'll tell you what they want you to know. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I remember one time, because it's like she was with them, and then you remember she got married to somebody for 8 or 9 months, and then they got divorced, and it was a whole bunch of stuff. J-Lo, her love life was too much for me at that time.
When did she marry Mark Anthony?
That had to be later in the 2000s, because her child, they're like they are what, 15 maybe, 15, 16. So it had to be like 2000. Whenever Mark Anthony and no, I might be thinking wrong, because you remember they were saying that Mark Anthony and Jada Pinkett Smith was going together somewhere in them 2000s when she did that show Hawthorne.
That was later.
That was later.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was later.
Okay, because that was around that time, though, wasn't it? I mean, maybe just like if she did Hawthorne in 2009, I'm just trying to, I can't remember when it was. It was like a couple of years. He was still married to J-Lo, but he was on his way of getting a divorce from J-Lo.
Right.
It was something like that. I don't remember.
Jada stayed in an entanglement.
Jada's middle name is Entanglement.
Yep.
Her middle name is Entanglement. So what do y'all think? I'm going to go ahead and end this stream because I've been on here 50 something minutes. But Blue, I really do appreciate you coming up and talking with me. Y'all, what do you all think about this? Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video if you care. Y'all, Jay-Z is going through some stuff. He's going through some stuff. And I don't know what to tell you. Because again, I told y'all, when you birds of a feather flocking together and you've got a lot of questionable stuff around you, those optics don't look good. But y'all tell me what y'all think down below in the comments. Again, thank you so much for watching my stream. Thank you so much, Blue, for hopping on. Y'all are going to be tell the people what you're going to be doing and what's your channel so they can go ahead and follow you.
Blues House on YouTube, and then tonight we got Blurred AF, which is me, Dre Mack, and Mika G. Tonight, 8 o'clock. Y'all watch that.
All right. We'll be tuning in. All right, people. Y'all, please tell a friend, tell a kin, tell a coworker, tell that helper that you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos. And as always, people, bye-bye.